It's me, Megan, from Sunny Side Up Pastures, for any of those who are new viewers. And just wanted to come out today with Self-Care Saturday. That's what we've been doing. And today, since it was cold again, spent a lot of time inside doing work on the computer. But I've also, since we've moved into this new area, we want to be able to get to know our neighbors more and I don't know, just get to know our area. And so I baked a bunch of sourdough bread and we went around and distributed it to just some close by neighbors, and some of them I actually already knew just from living here in the area, but it was still fun to find out where they lived and just say hi and different things. And that's part of self-care, because for a couple of things, sometimes when we're feeling low or kind of in the dumps, sometimes we need to reach out and get around other people that can help buoy us up and just give us a smile or just a nice conversation. And yesterday? It was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. I guess the last couple of days, I haven't been feeling good mentally. And I don't know why I do this or why this happens, but my mind will suddenly just overload and just be like, tell me everything, like, you're not good enough, you're not doing enough, and you need to do more, you need to do better, and it's just really overwhelming. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who has these moments. And so and I don't know if I always handle it very well, because I always just keep distracting myself with other things and try to not think about it. I guess that's how I deal with a lot of stuff. Maybe not the healthiest way, but I'm feeling a lot better today. At least I think I am, because again, I've just been doing stuff, and so I haven't really been paying attention. But I think I also might feel better because I went out and I said hi to people, and the second part is serving other people. And even though I didn't spend a lot of time with our neighbors, just stopped and just gave them a part of myself. I gave them the sourdough bread that I've worked really hard on and I'm really proud of, and that was really fun. And one neighbor wasn't planning on giving him some bread originally, but one of the other neighbors that we originally were going to go to wasn't home, and so we're like, we'll try back later. But then we ran into this guy, and I was like, well, I'm holding this bread and he's a neighbor, and so I just said hi. And we had Moxie with us, and his dog was playing with Moxie, and we had a good conversation. We just had fun getting to know each other, and yeah, it was just, I think, being able to reach out, even though I'm not I don't seek social interactions, having those times to be able to serve and give those helps buoy us up. Like it helps us feel a lot better, and especially during this Christmas time where, you know, the reason for the season is Christ, and he gave so much to us, and when we have the opportunity to give a little bit to others, I think the return is twofold, and us feeling good. And that doesn't mean to run yourself ragged in serving and giving to others. You do need to also take care of yourself, but there are definitely times and moments, a lot of times and moments, where when we can look outside of ourselves and serve someone and just make someone's day a little brighter, it also helps us when we're not feeling as well. So there is that. And farm-wise, things are a little slow, just with the cold and stuff, and the cows are just in their winter pasture for right now. And we last year, where in a past video I showed you the big blue water tub that we were using, and before I was just filling it up, but it was just emptying really fast and freezing, and so we rigged it so the float is always running into the blue tub, and then the blue tub is hanging over into a canal that runs into our pond. And so we have the tub emptying after it gets to a certain level, because we have a pipe, and if I remember, I'll show you how our system. I think it's kind of cool. And so it never overflows. It runs into this pipe that's sticking up. So when it gets so high, it starts emptying in and then out into the canal and then into our pond. And it's a really nice system where the water doesn't freeze. And so the cows have water all the time. And even I think the little calves can also reach it, probably just enough to get a drink if they need it. And so it's a really great system, because last year David and I were spending hours every day hauling feed out to them and breaking ice, filling up big, and if I remember, I might put a picture on it or a video, a big 250 gallon, was it 250 or more? Must have been more because it filled it up. So it was probably a 500 gallon tow in a truck, trucking it out, filling up the water. It was a process. It took a long time, and which was fine, but it's just so much nicer not to have to do that, so we can focus on other things, and not to be out in the bitter cold so much. And for anyone who's worried about animals being out in the cold, the cows, that's what they do. Like that's what their fur is. It gets, they get really fluffy. They have it from, they also have each other to kind of be around, and especially where they are right now. There's actually a little bit of hills and stuff that can help protect them a little bit from wind and stuff. But the cows do just fine out in the cold. Not saying they're always really happy, but it's like, but they're satisfied. They're okay as long as they have enough feed and they have water. They're able to sustain themselves through winter. And one way we know that is if our cows were losing weight, we would know they weren't getting enough feed and they were using too much energy to try and stay warm. And we just don't get so cold that they need shelters. There's some places like back east in the Midwest where, yeah, they need shelter because the snow is so bad and it gets so cold. But we don't have that problem here, luckily for us. On the downside, we don't have as much snow, which would be nice, but yeah. Okay, that is it for today. I hope you had a great Saturday. I hope you enjoy your Sunday tomorrow. Rest, relax, spend time with family, and I will talk to you on Monday. All right, bye. Oh yeah, P.S. postscript. And maybe I'm announcing this too early, but if I am, oh well. We are coming out with subscription boxes. For those of you who don't want to get like bulk beef, but you also kind of forget to buy every once in a while, we are coming out with subscription boxes, and probably gonna be like a maybe 10, 20, 30 pound, maybe not quite that high, but definitely like we'll have like 2 or 3 options of subscription box. That'll be a monthly thing. And if you want it every other month or every 3 months, maybe we can work that out. But let's not get too complicated right now. If you want something like that, reach out to us and we'll figure it out. But probably do a monthly thing. And along with that, I'm also putting together some recipe cards. And so with every subscription, and the meat in the subscription box will change depending on what we have available, and just, yeah, pretty much that, what we have available and what season it is. Like maybe in the winter we might do an extra roast, and then in the summer maybe some more like patties or more ground beef or steak, just depending, and maybe it's like some chicken when we have chicken. But anyway, so it'll be a variety, but every time you get a box, we are planning on putting recipe cards in there. And so instead of you having this meat and being like, all right, well, I don't know exactly what to do with this, because sometimes you might get something you never cooked, like when I did those short ribs. I've never done that before. And so I'd slip in a recipe and stick it, if you needed something to help you know how to cook it, you would have that recipe to go off of. So we are working on that. Hopefully it will come out starting January 1st. And so for any of those who are hoping to get a kickstart on because everyone does that New Year's revolution of just being healthier and losing weight. But let's focus on just being healthier. And that may or may not mean losing weight, but it just means creating healthier habits. And one way to do that is having healthy, great meat come right to your door. You don't even have to worry about it. And then the recipe cards will help you cook, because I know sometimes that can be really hard for people, especially when they're busy. They don't want to think about it. And hopefully, yeah, those recipe cards are going to help you, like, oh, I know what to do for dinner because we have this instruction box, I have a recipe, and then boom, done. So working on that, we'll let you know for sure when that will come out, but we definitely, people have asked about it and we want to get that ready. So, okay, now I think we're done. Bye. See you Monday.